1 out of every 5 complaints we get in the Attorney General's office has to do with cars. And we get about 30,000 total complaints. So that's a lot of complaints. And by far, the majority of the car complaints have to do with used cars.
Talk about the specifics of the checklist. Why, go through it very quickly, and why is this, these are important parameters to consider.
I think the first thing is know who you're doing business with. There are a lot of reputable used car dealers, do a great job. But if you have a doubt about that, call the Attorney General's office or go up on our webpage, because we will tell you if we have received complaints about that particular company. And what you find is, if there's a pattern, you shouldn't be dealing with them. So that's number 1. Figure out who you're dealing with. Number 2, make sure you test drive that car. If I was buying a used car, I would take it to a mechanic, pay the mechanic a little bit of money to check it out. The mechanic's going to tell you more than you know, or at least certainly more than I know about a car. And that's what I would do, because many of these cars are sold as is. And when you see the term as is, that's exactly what it means. So if it's as is and you drive it off and the next day you can't get it going and you got a problem, you own the car and you own the problem. So again, if they're promising you something, if they tell you, look, if we got a problem with this car, you can bring it back in the next X number of days, just have them put that in writing. Because if it's not in writing, big problem. You could go up online and look at the Blue Book value, and there's several other companies, and you can look online and tell what a 1990 Ford such and such is worth. You can do that. So I would certainly start with that. And what they'll tell you online is, at different prices, in good condition, fair condition, what kind of condition is in. That will at least give you the parameters of how much this car really should be costing. And then, of course, you have to look at the specifics of the car and how's it running, etc. So I would do all of those things. I would check out the car dealer, go to the Attorney General's webpage, check that out. I would test drive the car at some length. I would take that car to a mechanic, and any reputable car dealer is going to allow you to do that. That's not going to be a problem with somebody who's an up and up. Then I would go check the price. Look online. You'll get a pretty good idea what that make of car, what condition that car is in, what that car should be worth.
Now, if you wouldn't mind, Attorney General, can you hold this up and say, hey, this is what we'd like you to take to there to make sure you're...
I would just get this checklist, and you can go online and print this out from the Attorney General's webpage and get that online. And it just puts in, both sides here, just basically what I've been saying, and it's kind of common sense stuff. But sometimes if people are like I am, well, I want to buy a car, I'm ready to go buy a car. And sometimes that gets in the way of good judgment. So take a deep breath, check everything out, go through the checklist, and then make your decision.